Good afternoon, I'm Tiro, and this is the town system overview for Project Pius. Basically, in doing this video, I have come to realize that this is going to be the means to set conditionals and rewards in the game. So these are your quests, and they're not going to be of the fetchy type. Right now, the most helpful thing can be telling me whether you like or don't like these ideas, or possibly another idea that can be something like this system. It'll make more sense as we go along. Okay, in general, basics, shop in, social combat with the NCPs. At least one town per world will have a travel NCP, so you can go to different worlds. And also, I admit that the various town systems I put in the actual villages will affect the challenge of the game. For example, if the town nearby has an inn, that's great. If it doesn't have an inn, that's not. So, just a note for me as a designer. First up is the sacrifice system. Basically, you give items to get stuff. This is similar to the dragon feeding system in Bahamut Lagoon, but only a set amount of items will be used for this. In general, I thought, oh, you can just do it just for extra piety, but also it makes sense of that, if you sacrifice for strength, you'll get strength bonuses as you battle, or you can increase or decrease the amount of enemy encounters. The only issue I kind of have here is how to limit the time. If I actually do it by chronological time, that's kind of pointless because you have to make sure this is the last thing you do and you make the most out of it. You don't get random battles. It's a hassle. But that can be tweaked out later. Also, I would like to use this system for boss battles, in that you can use this to buff yourself so that you can go through a dungeon and play the game normally, and then when you come to a boss, you're nice and fresh. And therefore, you don't have to worry about saving stuff for emergencies. Okay, cemetery system. This is what I was thinking about using permadeath with. If a character dies, you either leave them to the wolves or you can drag them back to town. This is why I have some issue or nitpickings about your item carry abilities. The best idea so far I have is one person, one body. And so that, let's say your entire party's wiped out except one person, that means only one of the dead people can be properly buried. The rest are kind of SOL. I don't know if this is going to tie in with the upstairs system or maybe possibly the people in the next slide. It's something just to play around with. Okay, here, basic stuff like Girl Scout cookies and, sign this petition junk. I kind of like the idea that one viewer commented about having a holy army, and nothing is scarier than a bunch of church ladies and umbrellas. It kind of goes with the idea of you help them out and then they help you out in return. It makes sense in that usually these are the only people who say God bless you without any qualms and stuff. And, source of humor. Again, like everything else, a lot of this stuff is for conditionals, for things. I don't know what yet. Okay. Penance. At first I thought these were conditionals and stuff, but then I realized the big problem about this type of challenge system, and that if you get rewards, you've already done the stuff that you would have used the rewards, or the rewards would have been useful with. So right now, in hindsight, I'm thinking this more as a trophy system, or if you were to sign up for a penance, you get a specific item to help you do it. I don't know, something to play around with. This is not a technique for me to get replayability factor out of it, because that's junk. This is, if a game's good, you play it again. I'm just going to take into mind what people do anyways. Finally, religious orders. Going on with the Christian mythos theme, more than likely this is probably going to be how the various things are implemented. I have no idea how I would do this. Some ideas of playing around is like, okay, one order deals with knights, children in orphanages, these amount of angels and saints, and these penances and stuff. And another order does this, and deals with the homeless and with the scholars and these penances and stuff. And different ones give different rewards, blah blah blah. I have no idea. As you see, lots of junk to play around with. Kiss. The only thing I do have set for this is if I were to use a color scheme, it would be black, white, brown, and gray. Alrighty, that is it. So, you probably maybe now understand what I mean about, is there something else, another system that would be appropriate for the town that I have not thought of to set conditionals, or even something entirely new like a craft or mixing system, which I don't want because that's too much complexity. Okay, so until next time, I'm Tiro, and have fun making games. See ya!